Let's wait a few additional minutes for other colleagues. Okay, I see that we don't have too many participants today, but we are recording the video, so I hope that other member states will be able to and will see the recording later on. So I would like to welcome you today for the next IT Clinic meeting. Today we have a lot of topics to discuss. With me, I have Simona, Erika, and Anna. They will describe some small or bigger changes in our SDG system, and also discuss about the changes that are coming, and we would like to start the development and later on deployment. So the idea is that Simona will start with the changes that were done recently. Then we will move to Erika, who will discuss about and tell you about the new feature that we want to create, the notification module. And then we will move to the competent authority topic described by Anna. If we're going to have time, I will take a few minutes to tell you something about the new AI search that we implemented on the Europe site. But if not, we're going to discuss about this topic on the coming GCG meeting. So, yeah, Simona, the stage is yours.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I shared my screen. I hope it's visible for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, the agenda was already presented by Piotr. Thank you, Piotr. My presentation will be quite short today. I just wanted to give you a quick update on some recent SDG platform improvements, mainly on the link side, before I give the floor to my colleagues for the more complex presentations. So let's start with the first feature, the implementation of the Europe logo validation functionality, which we believe is both very important and very useful. I think most of you already noticed the new Europe logo column that is present in the list of links. The main objective of this feature is to ensure the correct and consistent usage of the Europe logo across all published pages. And to support this, we introduced an automated validation mechanism integrated into our crawler process. So the crawler now scans publish parent pages only, meaning top-level web folders, while child pages are intentionally excluded from the validation scope, at least for now. And during the scan, the system checks whether the Europe logo is present and whether it complies with the official Europe logo requirements. The validation focuses on several key aspects, whether the logo is present on the page, if it's correct and the latest version is used, and whether the display, the proportions, the colors, and styling comply with the official branding guidelines. On this slide, you can see the overall validation flow. So first, the crawler scans the published parent pages. Then each page is validated against a defined set of Europe logo requirements and rules. And once the validation is completed, a specific status is assigned to the page. The possible statuses, as you can see here on the slide, are the logo is present and correctly displayed, logo present but incorrect, logo not found, or validation still in progress. It is also important to mention that for pages marked as logo not found or logo incorrect, so the parent pages that have these statuses, a supporting documentation containing the Europe logo requirements and specifications will be attached directly near the status, and this should help you quickly understand what the issue is and what needs to be corrected. And also you can see here a few examples of incorrect logo usage, such as wrong colors, incorrect styling and formatting, or distorted proportions. So the purpose of this feature is not only to improve compliance with the Euro branding requirements, but also to make the issue detection much faster and easier for you. And at the same time, it provides a quick access to the official logo specifications document and helps maintain consistency across the published pages. But just a small note here, because we already received an email regarding this. So the scanning process is still being continuously improved. There may still be a few minor inaccuracies or edge cases during the validation, but we want to assure you that we are actively working on refining the logic and making the scan and the statuses as accurate as possible. So thank you for understanding and for patience. We assure you that we are working on this to make it 100% accurate. Now moving on the next.
Just one question from Jasna. If you could hide this stop sharing
yes.
elements.
It's in the chat?
No, you have the button hide. Probably you can click it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We do not see the last sentence.
Yeah, because of that.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we can move on to the next feature, I think. Okay, so moving.
Excuse me. May I ask a question? Because I wrote the email due to the implementation, because in Austria we have a different situation and quality check is not working for us because we only have parent URLs, so that's our main home pages from our service providers, and so the check isn't working for us right now. So and we are a little bit concerned because in the last SMET meeting, we heard that the European Commission plans to use this data for the benchmark testings. And so we have implemented the logos, but the check says that we haven't because only the parent URLs are checked. And the logo is implemented on the child pages in Austria. So maybe I can share my screen, or I can send some screenshots. I don't know.
Yeah, so if you could send us some screenshots and
okay.
We will take it into consideration. We started with the parent pages because we are worried about the data consumption and token consumptions by the AI. It's a quite extensive analysis on the AI side. Maybe we're gonna move to the first child level below the parents and make it more concrete. But it's just more the informational column. So yeah, let's stay on. Let's discuss on emails how to solve it.
So at the moment, it's only to verify for us if the compliance criteria are reached. Is it right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Because I'm only worried because in the last SMET meeting, the European Commission plans to use it for the benchmark testings. And so if we have 0 points, even if we have the logo, but the quality checks the wrong pages in Austria or for the Austrian implementation, that would be a problem.
No. So for now, it's just
Okay.
an informational column. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But I will send some screenshots.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's move on to the next, if there are no questions anymore. So the next feature is the integration between FOQ and links module. With this enhancement, we introduced a stronger connection between the two modules by adding a dedicated FOQ information column within the links metadata view, together with direct navigation options between FOQ and links. The main idea behind this feature is to make the relationship between links and their related feedback much more visible and accessible for users. So users can now navigate directly between the two modules simply by clicking the dedicated icon available in both views, as you can see here in link metadata view and also in FOQ module. Meaning navigation is now possible from both from links to FOQ and from FOQ back to the corresponding link entry. Within the links module, the newly added FOQ section displays the button itself, so a direct navigation icon redirecting the user to the related FOQ entry, the average rating associated with that link, and the number of feedback entries received for that specific URL. So similarly, in the FOQ module, users can directly access the corresponding link entry in the links module through the same navigation mechanism as shown here in the screenshots. This integration is intended to simplify and speed up the analysis process by allowing users to easily correlate link information with user feedback data in one flow. So instead of manually switching between modules or searching separately for related entries, users can now move seamlessly between links and FOQ. Now, a short reminder from our side regarding the JavaScript crawler. We've noticed that many of you still contact us by email to manually run the JavaScript crawler for specific web folders. And we would like to kindly remind everyone that the JavaScript crawler execution has already been automated and now runs every Monday and Thursday. So you can also check the crawler results and execution details directly in the crawler events page as we have it for the normal crawler.
Sorry, may
Yes.
I ask a question? It's for the acceptance environment or only for production?
No, we have it in production as well. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and finally, a quick update on what we are currently working on. Of course, besides many other things. One that worth to be mentioned today is that we are working on a missing notified categories notification. And this notification, this email notification, will target Annex 1 and Annex 2 categories that were never notified at all, as well as categories that were previously notified, but whose links are no longer available in the system. For instance, due to deleted links, scrolling issues, or various other problems. These notifications will be sent on a weekly basis, but once we'll implement the notifications module that Erika will present soon, you can adjust the frequency to match your preferences. So even though some of this information is already partially visible in statistics module in Annex 1 detailed tab, we want to make the monitoring much more visible and proactive through these dedicated notifications. But we are now we are still analyzing some implementation details, so we'll come back with more information once the feature is finalized. And of course, we'll be open to improvements and suggestions. But we believe this will significantly help you monitor mandatory and also optional categories and identify missing content much more efficiently. Okay, so that was all from my side. It was not much, but I hope I shared with you important things. So
Before
you
we
can
move on, I see that
Yeah.
Nicola has raised hands. I don't know if that's the previous
Sorry,
question you had.
yeah, it was my previous question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions? Just one moment. Do you have
Yes.
any questions regarding this? What Simona just said? Would you like to discuss, mention, comments, anything regarding? Once again, regarding the logo recognition, we are slightly struggling with some small issues. So we need to implement some changes because we saw that on some pages that the logo is correctly implemented. We are showing the incorrect status. I hope that we gonna improve it quite quickly. So don't stick to this information too much yet. We will send you the email with the information that from our perspective it's working correctly. So from this moment we gonna think that it's the recognition is right, and then we'll somehow inform you that we treat it as the correctly working tool. Okay, I don't see any comments or raised hands, so we can move on.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me take over. Thank you, Simona.
Thank you.
There. You see my screen?
Yes.
Good. Hello, everyone. First topic for today is the assistance service language requirement. We have following specific regulations about links to assistance and problem-solving services. We have made the URL mandatory on competent authority contact details. Up to this point, we had either URL, email, or phone, but right now we made the URL mandatory. And also, we have made it mandatory to have at least one competent authority in English language contact details. So this is part of the regulation. Also, to assist in this process, we have we will create a new notification, a weekly notification that will gather all the competent authorities, the assistance services that don't have an English competent authority contact details. This will be sent via email, or the ones that don't have an English competent authority, but they don't have a URL. And we will also present in the assistance service list the problematic ones, the ones that are missing either URL in English or an English contact details completely. Now, when you create a new assistance service, you will see a specific indication here that at least one competent authority is must have an English language entry. So this is for the assistance services, the new updates on assistance services. Are there any questions? I don't see any hands. So moving on to the next topic, which is the new notification module that we're building for SDG. Up to now, we have had many complaints from our users that they receive too many email notifications and that they have no way to control what kind of notifications they receive, how often they receive them. And also, the only way to receive those notifications are via email. We don't have right now a way to have in-app notifications. We have each module triggering and trigger action, sending emails independently, and there is no place to manage or view them. And also, once a notification is received, there is no way to understand whether this notification requires an action, what kind of action this is, or whether this action has been taken and by whom. With the new implementation, with the new notification module, I'm saying that I'm having some network issues. I hope you can hear me well. I'm gonna close the camera. Is everything okay? Can you hear me
Yes,
well?
on
Yes,
our side,
Okay,
yes.
yes.
thanks. Sorry about that. So with the new notification module, we are introducing a new delivery channel. We are building an in-app notification area where the user can see all the notifications that they received. And we have a clear distinction between what is informational, a link is published, and what notification requires an action, with a status to track the progress, whether this is a new notification, someone is already on it, or this has already been executed and it's done. We also introduce a full control to choose your delivery channel, whether you will receive them in-app or by email, the frequency that you will receive those notifications, and configure them all at once, by module, or at individual notification level. Of course, there will be some notifications, such as user account and system notifications, like password reset or invitation to register, that will be outside this notification module and will remain mail only for, it will remain mail only. So, what happened? Okay, wrong button. Now, as already said, we introduce two notification types, the informational ones and the action required ones. The informational ones informs you that something has occurred, there is no follow-up action, and we allow there a full leverage on what and how you will receive it, whether you will receive it in app, by email, or both, or disable entirely specific notifications that are not relevant to you. So for example, if you are mainly interested in links and procedures, you can disable completely the assistance service obstacles or translation notifications. For the action required, these are notifications. They are a few, there are not many. Most of the notifications that we have identified are informational, but there are a handful of action required notifications that indicate that you're expected to take a specific action. They're always delivered in app and by email. And the only option that is introduced is to receive a daily digest email instead of having individual notifications by email one by one. Each action required notification has an owner, the person or the role who is responsible to act and do the action, and has a status that progresses from new to in progress and closed. This way, national coordinators can see the action required notifications that are owned by service providers and see the status and the owner so that they can monitor the progress and follow up where it's necessary. Pressing the wrong button every time. Okay. So this is the screen that we are building. Please note that this is a work in progress. Some details that we present here are subject to change. We are executing some user interviews, and we are fine-tuning the design of this. The notifications will be accessible via a bell icon on the top navigation bar. And the screen will contain two sections. The filtering section, I will elaborate more on the filters in short, and the actual notifications. Going to the actual notification card, we have a title and description of the event that triggered that notification. We have an indication if this notification is action required. The ones that don't have this indication are informational notifications. For the action required, we have the owner. If I am the owner, it clearly shows that. And we also have for the action required a priority and a status. And if I am the owner, I can update the status to in progress, to closed, etc. If I'm not the owner, the system clearly indicates that this, although it's an action required notification, it's a view only, and you can view who is the owner, whether this is a specific person or whether this is a group, a role of people. We also introduce, you can distinguish the unread notifications from the read ones with this blue border indicating that this is an unread notification. We also have a filter for that. I'll show it later on. And from its notification, you can navigate directly to the obstacle, the link, the assistance service, etc., to the item that this notification is related to. For the filters, you can filter by module, notification type, status, priority, owner, or notifications received within a specific time period. You can also view only the unread notifications or show the closed action required notifications. The closed action required notifications are no longer automatically filter out from the list, but there is a way to show them and see that specific actions have been performed to close this notification. And you can sort the list by priority or by date. Also, through this screen and through the button notification preferences, the user can navigate and configure the preferences that we discussed, that I told you earlier, how you receive the notifications, which ones you will get, through which channel, and how often. We have some global setting options. We have the smart defaults. For the time being, we have not yet defined 100% what the smart defaults would be. This is part of our discussion with some users. And also the user can select to have a daily digest for all notification, a weekly digest for all, or minimal alerts and receive only the action required ones. For the weekly digest, since the action required are mandatory up to daily digest, these are capped at daily digest and at weekly digest only for the informational notifications. However, the user has an option to configure per notification type, either by module. So I want to receive all the link notifications immediately, but I want a daily digest for procedures and a weekly digest or no notification at all for the assistance services. And I could also go one step further and configure the notifications one by one. So I could set a weekly digest for all the links, but when a link is rejected, I want to be notified immediately. Now, all the notifications that you currently receive by email will continue. The module will add to what exists today, does not replace the current state that you're in. Once it's live, you'll be able to manage the notifications in one place and configure your preferences directly in the platform. And of course, we will notify you with further user manual instructions before the go live date. This is still something that we're working on. We have a good base to start working on, but there is room for improvement. And that's all from me. I'm sorry, I can't see because I'm presenting if there are any questions in the chat or if there are any raised hands. Piotr, can you see if there's anything?
Oh, I can't see, but maybe you have some comments or questions regarding the idea of the notification module. Maybe there's something that could be missing from the from this what's Rika just described?
If not,
okay.
Thank you very much, and I'll pass the floor to Anna.
Okay, I will try to share my screen.
Mm-hmm. Stop sharing.
Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great, thank you. This topic has been previously discussed on IT Clinic half a year ago, as far as I know. So it was a long time ago, so I would like to start from the context and the problem that is standing behind this functionality. The two areas where the problems occur are national coordinators having too much work and being the only role who can register and manage users in the member state, which creates scalability bottlenecks when the network grows. And the second area is an ownership of services, which is linked to specific users. And the problem occurs when users come and go and no one can edit some elements anymore. And probably, again, national coordinator needs to step in to help, or even ownership needs to be changed. That is why we would like to introduce a more leveled hierarchy of member state structure and users by introducing a level with organizational level with competent authorities, which will allow to delegate user management to this organizational level, introducing new role, authority manager or authority coordinator, which will be able to invite and manage users related to such competent authority. And the second change area is shifting service ownership from organizations, from individual users to organizations. Yes, so there are two areas, and I would like to focus first on user management, then on shifting service ownership to organization level. Okay, if it comes to user model and user management, we currently have already have national coordinators and national observers. These two roles will stay independent from competent authority. In general, their access rights won't change. National coordinator will keep wide access rights to in the system, but additionally will be able to manage all competent authorities in member states and also invite next authority managers. If it comes to competent authority related users, service providers will become competent authority related users, will need to be linked to exactly one competent authority. And authority managers also will need to be assigned to competent authorities, but authority manager will be able to have more than one competent authority link linked, meaning that authority manager will be able to manage more than one competent authority. It will allow to spread user management between organizations. Of course, competent authority will still be able to manage users, not only authority managers, but also service providers in competent authorities. But we assume that authority managers will take the most responsibility for user management. And when the network in a country will grow, it will be much easier to manage such structure. And I already mentioned it, but authority manager will be able to be linked to more than one competent authority. Okay. Because one slide is probably missing. Maybe I deleted it. Okay, I will share my from my computer. Let me find this missing slide. Can you see the new slide, or it's still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. So this is the missing one. Yes, and from a service perspective, ownership will be shifted to organization level, and users will inherit the access right by inheriting this ownership from competent authority. And national coordinator will still be able to change this, assignment to competent authority, and still will have wide access rights to manage services. If it comes to benefits, the assignment will be mostly one time, meaning that if people come and go from the competent authority, they will inherit access rights. And when they will move to another competent authority, when they are moved from one organization to another organization or entity, they will automatically get the access rights. And and it should eliminate the issues arising from the user turnover. There is also one edge case, because we've heard that some services can be owned and managed by more than one competent authority. So there will be also such possibility that authority manager being linked to more than one competent authority or national coordinator will be able to assign a service, a link or assistance service to more than one organization, and then all the users linked to this competent authority will inherit access rights to this service. Okay. And as you can see, it's a huge change that will impact all the modules with links, procedures. Yes, mainly all the modules will be impacted. So it's a huge change. So we have been thinking how to proceed with this change. And our current assumption is that we will do it in 2 phases. First, we need to be ready for creating the structure with competent authorities. So we will release a change with we'll release a new module and some changes in user management. And we will ask member states to create their registry and assign service providers to such competent authorities, and also invite or upgrade some users to the new role of being able to manage authorities. After such a phase, we don't know how long exactly this phase should last. We have been thinking about 3 months, but we can discuss how much time do you need for such a change. After this agreed phase, we will verify if all national service providers are linked with competent authorities, and if not, we will create a general competent authority and to be able to link the users and accommodate to the new model. And in the second phase, we will shift, and after first phase, nothing changes if it comes to the ownership and the service management. In the second phase, we will shift the individual ownership to competent authority ownership. I assume that some of you may ask, what with countries that don't want to build competent authority registry at the beginning? We would like to avoid maintaining 2 parallel access right models. That is why the assumption is we will create a general competent authority for such a country that all service providers can be linked to. But it, of course, has some impact on access right, because national service providers will, after such change, will have wider access right. They will just share access right between being linked to one competent authority. They will have the same access rights as their colleagues. Okay, and now there is time for questions. I will start with few questions that I found in old documents that were sent to us, and then we can go to your questions. There was a question, will there be a differentiation of national, regional, and local competent authorities? The question is yes and no. We don't want to build a very structural leveled structure of competent authorities. We don't want them to inherit ownership one from another, but what we can do is making it possible to mark them as national, regional, or local for informational purposes. There will be one more possibility, not only to assign ownership to competent authorities, but a national coordinator will be also able to give an access to a competent authority to specific modules. So there may be a competent authority that should only have access to assistance services, and it will be possible. As I already mentioned, observers are left as independent users. We can analyze it after implementing competent authorities. For now, the functionality looks very complicated. So the decision was that we should just mimic the current system behavior. So observers will maintain their current access rights. But if there will be a need to have national observers and competent authority-related observers, we can, of course, analyze such requirement and implement it on top of the core functionality. Okay, and now we probably have some time for questions. I don't see the chat.
Yes, so as you saw, we are planning to implement a lot of changes, and especially the notification module and the competent authority will bring some impact how you can use the SDG portal. So it's a good moment if you have any questions, doubts, comments to share with us. We'll be able to take it into consideration, into analysis, and extend it, change something. Otherwise, after today IT cleaning, we'd like to move to start the development for both modules with the scope that we just presented, Erika and Anna. Please, Jasna, I see your hand.
Yes, thank you, Piotr. Hello to everyone. I don't have doubts, questions neither, but one small remarks, not but small question. What is the timeline, plus minus, with all these changes until the end of 26, 27, so that we can have it in background and be ready to do our part of job when it's done. Thank you.
Both modules are in our 26 work plan, so we would like to implement this this year. But especially the notification module wouldn't be too problematic regarding the change of the scope or the flow of the system. Of course, it will bring some changes, but it's not such a crucial as the competent authority. So with the competent authority, we're thinking that when we will make the deployments, we will announce it and discuss with you how much time do you need to create the competent authority entities. Let's say 3 months, and it can be 27, let's say, because the development can be till the end of this year, but the switch to the new orchestration of the system can be extended for the next year. So we can agree that, let's say, you need 3 months to preparing the structure on your side, and after that we need to make the switch. So probably we will create another IT clinic just before we're gonna release it, or in the just in the future before we're gonna implement everything, and make some statement. Maybe it's too much, but agreements that we have we have a scheduled plan how to make the migration. That's the idea. But of course, if you have any other ideas how would you like to go with this change, we are very open. I don't see any comments or any hands. So in this case, we assume, okay, thank you. Yes, now. So in this case, we assume that you agree with those changes. Yes, Nicola.
Thank you. I was just wondering if we shouldn't bring the decision to the coordination group meeting, because I think it's not a good idea to take decisions in the IT clinic sessions.
Okay, but of course we can take it into the GCG, but so we discuss about it so many times that we even discuss about this authority. It was in the end of last year, probably, as I recall. So it was there, but we can bring this change once again on the GCG meeting, of course.
I think if we need a decision of an official decision, it's better to bring it to the grant coordination group meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
If there are no more questions, I have one small topic regarding obstacles, just one slide. Some time ago, we are contacted by some team as new requirements arrived for identifying obstacles. The problem that they had was they struggled with identifying from which side the obstacle came through the feedback form. So a small change, maybe not a small, but a change is implemented, allowing to create identifiers for pages and web pages that will allow pages that are using this feedback form to pass their ID to this form so that obstacle can be created with this information, which we call web source ID. And after such obstacle is created, users will be able to filter obstacles by a new field, by web source name. Web source registry will be managed by national coordinators, and we will share more knowledge with you in release notes and updated user manual. Do you have any questions regarding this functionality? I know it's quite new and it was not mentioned on before previous IT clinics, so it may be not clear right now. Probably we will mention it one more time on next meetings, and as I said, documentation will be updated. But if you will have any questions, let us know, and we will help with this functionality.
Yes, it shouldn't provide any bigger change on the system. It will just give you the possibility to filter the source of the obstacle. So it's just the optional tool that you can use, but you don't need to. It's up to you. Just give the additional feature.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll stop sharing.
Thank you. If we don't have any additional questions, I will just quickly share my screen with the Your Europe site. It's just a quick introduction. Can you see my screen, the Your Europe site?
Yes, we can.
Yes, okay. So 2 weeks ago, on Wednesday, we introduced the new search mechanism on the Europe search. It was mentioned at the last GCG meeting. So it's based on the AI. So what we did, we, as I mentioned on the GCG meeting, we took all the articles from the Europe site and all the content from the member state pages that are registered in the links module. We connected to the AI, and with those informations, we created the search mechanism that you can just put here your question. It can be longer or shorter. And based on your question, we should display the information that we found on the articles. So depends what we found. We will display the general AI answer, but also the links to the source of the articles. So the idea is to give a user quite quick and short information on his answer that he can just quickly read it. But if he wants to get the full information, he can always click on any of those links and will be redirected to the page with the source information. So we collected some comments about it. We know that it's not ideal, but as we currently know, the AI can respond on about almost 90% of questions. We are collecting all the questions and answers and analyzing it now, how we can improve the tool and how to change it if there's need to give more accurate response to the citizen, but also presents the right information from the member state sites. The only thing is that the tool can be as accurate as the information on the national pages and the Europe site, of course, are accurate and full. So if we don't find any informations or the pages don't have the informations, we just can't display the answer. So yeah, we found some examples, especially with the Belgium, that even with some very deep question about the regions, it can find the answer. But we have some examples that we just are missing some informations in our library, in the documents, so we just can't find the response. So yeah, it was just a quick mention about it. As I said, we gonna present it on the GCG meeting, probably with some statistics, what we learned and what we know based on the questions from the citizens. So it's just a quick information. I don't know if you have any question about this part. I don't see any comments. Okay, so that was the last part. If you don't have any additional questions, we can close the meeting.
Piotr, we had some questions from Jasna in emails that we can discuss.
Okay. Yeah, so if you could follow.
One question was regarding changing the email of the user. We analyzed it, and it is not possible or not easy to be done. It is because it's linked to EU login. So that is why it's impossible just to change the email of the user.
Maybe present the problem.
I don't have
maybe.
any presentation.
No. Just say what is the issue, because the question was from Jasna, but maybe other member states have some similar issues. So
maybe I can jump in and clarify my question. It's about user management as a national coordinator and user management in the SDG dashboard. We have had changes after election, names of the ministries, email addresses and everything. And that was the question, can we as a national coordinator change this these email addresses by the same people having another ministry abbreviation? And is it linked to EU login? I supposed that it is linked to EU login because I know it from another system using also two-factor authentication. And in general, this user management, how can we, maybe you could take it with you and then we can discuss it in another IT clinic meeting. How can we improve this user management? It is nothing huge, but it's something what could be maybe also reduced when we look into history of user management. I see whole Europe, everything who deleted whom, when, commission, other member states, and to find what I did maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I have to go through 500 entries in this history. So in general, maybe linked also to competent authority concept, we should look into this user management tool, how to limit it to only to member states, and what the changes can we do, what is national coordinator allowed to do, what not. Also with these questions what we sent last time, and I invite also the other colleagues to look into it and to present their ideas about this user management, what we have in SDG dashboard at the moment. Thank you.
So it seems that this problem with seeing too much history, it should not be that complicated to do. I will look into it. But if it comes to changing the user email, it's more technical issue. So we will need to consult with other teams and technical people.
Yeah, we could do it, but we're gonna lose some history. So if the user would create a new account on the EU login and of course on the SDG dashboard, then the competent authority or the national coordinator we could create some tool that will select the previous account and the new account and reassign everything from one to another. But in this case, probably we're gonna lose the history of the what the base user did. So we're gonna reassign everything from the previous user to the new user, but the history will be lost probably.
No, we should keep history, but only I would like to have history only for Germany. So I see what is going on in Germany, who is registered, who has what, when, not history of whole complete system. You know what I mean? Because I was looking in one case what we had, because it's with assigning services and everything, and it is nothing big. but it was a bit lasty to go through and to find when did I change that or when did I delete something. You know what I mean? History is important, very important, but I would like to keep it only for my member state and not to see who was invited by the Commission and deleted and by the other member states, because it's thousands of or hundreds of. This is something what you could maybe limit. What do we see in SDG dashboard user management? I'm interested only in my country and not other the steps taken by the others.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little issue, it's a little thing what I noticed dealing with this case, registering new user and inviting new user, and just to give it as an input, maybe just to look into this user management and look what we can improve. Thank you.
Okay, so we will take this topic and try to analyze it and find solution how we could solve it. But for sure, we can't just make the quick reassignment or change, not reassignment. We can't change the email address. It's just not possible, but maybe we have some other possibilities how to connect one account to another, and we need to think. It's something new, and we need to analyze.
And one last thing, Piotr, I don't know if somewhere in Wiki it's noticed this, you cannot change email because it's connected to EU login. This EU login connection is very complex. I know it from IMI, which is causing a huge amount of work, and two-factor authentication because of local authorities. So maybe kind of guideline or 2 or 3 sentences. You cannot change it because it's connected to EU login. It has to be done from scratch and assigned. I don't know if you have it already, but just as input, maybe to take it on board. So everybody, first of all, if somebody is new, read that and see and knows at the end, okay, I cannot do it. We have to take this further step to register and assign everything to the new user.
But you mean to add it to the manual, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there is, I didn't go through last time, but if not, take it. If yes, forget my comment. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think that was the last final point. And we can close the meeting. Thank you very much for the present, and we have so many topics that the next IT clinic will be for probably 2 months, somewhere in the summer. But of course, we don't have the summer, so we'll see how many of you will be able to join. So we'll try to organize it in a good fair more time. Thank you very much. I wish you a good day, and till next IT clinic. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.